We are hearing from the president of UAW Local 14 tonight after workers at Value Point Material Systems voted to join the union. Michael Sandlin is in studio. Once again, Michael Sandlin is in studio tonight with more on this story. So, Michael, Tony Totty says while he is thrilled to have these workers join Local 14, he says there's more work ahead.
Yeah, Jeff, Local 14's president Tony Totty says despite company pushback, the vote was unanimous last week. But he says it's also just as important to bring back the 3 workers he says were fired for pushing for unionization in the first place.
It was the resolve of the workers that said, we demand a better workplace that won the day.
UAW Local 14 has gained 21 new members, a win for the employees of Value Point, who say treatment up until now has been unacceptable.
If your management's having a bad day, you're threatened with your job. You're reminded that you're an at-will employee. You're reminded that you're replaceable, that you don't matter.
That's Robert Wirtz, one of the 3 people the company fired only days before the unionization vote. Wirtz says he was one of the chief organizers inside the company and was even the one who reached out to Tony Totty to start the organizing process. Now, he, alongside Chantel Barnes and Aaron Pedigo, who were vocal supporters of unionization, are still out of a job. We reached out to Value Point CEO, who said the 3 were dismissed for behavior problems unrelated to the union process, but Totty says he doesn't buy that for a second, which is why he's filed a grievance with the National Labor Relations Board.
I truly believe we're going to get all 3 back. They have very strong cases, and what happened to them I do believe was illegal.
Totty says the case will hinge on proving the company dismissed them for organizing instead of the company's reasons. And he says there's ample evidence, even showing that in Wirtz and Pedigo's dismissal letters, the company says it would not contest their version of events when they file for unemployment. Totty says his goal is to make them whole again.
They're going to be owed back pay, and they need to be placed back into the positions that they held prior to being terminated for their union activity.
Meanwhile, the organizing process rolls on. Totty tells me right now they're working with Value Point to find union representatives within the company and start the process of writing up a new union contract. In studio, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.